Hey guys, this is Victoria coming to you with a review on VH1's Couples Retreat, Season 1, Episode 1, called Loving in Color. From this episode, there's not much to say. Since it's the first episode, there wasn't that much drama that happened except towards the end. So this review shouldn't be that long. I don't know. I did take down some notes, but we'll see. So there's 5 couples. We have Yandy Mendices, we got Michael and Rada, we have Kirk and Rashida, Ray J and Princess, Delicious and Raymond. The couples meet up. Feels like the same way, like as in Love and Hip Hop, family reunion. Yandy Mendices literally went from family reunion. A couple days later, they're saying, "Oh, okay, let's just do a couples retreat." From some people. Alrighty. So they meet up. They meet with the couples. When Ray J and Princess come in, Princess talking about, "Oh, I'm gonna give Ray J one more chance." But I feel like every single time they start over again, she says, "I'm gonna give him one more chance." So it's like, no, you're not gonna give him one more chance. You're gonna give him as much chances as possible, because at the end of the day, giving him more chances and broadcasting that you're giving him more chances brings you a check at the end of the day, because now you got 2 kids to take care of. So just saying. So they all meet up. They go to their rooms, whatever. Kirk and Rashida talking about they're the vets in the game and they could give the best advice. What advice that is, I don't know. Y'all got your own issues going on, clearly. Like, if you give the best advice, I don't think you would be on this show, per se. You would actually be the life coach coming on. So what advice you can give, I'm really not sure. I don't know what they really meant by that, because they've been together the longest or whatever the case is. No. Uh, Moving on. Like I said, they each go to their own rooms. Ray J and Princess are sleeping in different rooms. I guess Ray J tried to, play around with Pinky. She gets on the bed, so then Ray J gets on top. And she's like, "Oh no, calm down, because we're not having sex." Ray J was like, "Oh, why you gotta throw shots? I mean, are you not having sex?" Throughout, even though I'm fast forwarding a little bit, throughout this whole episode, I feel like he's upset that she's saying we're not having sex. So that's throwing shots. And then obviously towards the end, we'll get to that point later. But I'm just like, I mean, you've been saying since family reunion that you guys are not together. So I would assume you're not having sex if you're not together. Like, you've been separated, not sleeping in the same bed for like over a year, whatnot. So what's the real issue here, Ray J? Like, what's the problem here that she's mentioning that I really don't understand? Fast forward, go to Delicious and Raymond's room. They're talking about, their lives, how they got together quickly. They got married quickly, and they mentioned they had a miscarriage right after getting married in 2020. So that's kind of sad. I know quite a few people who had miscarriages. So sorry to them for that. Which, by the way, side note, I am very surprised she got with Raymond. Because I'm just like, I never watched When They See Us, but when they were going through like how they met and everything, I'm just like, oh, to me that was a little surprising. But met it, they met in the DMs. So let's move on. So then we go to Rada and Mike's room, and I guess they're talking, and then come to find out they have an open relationship. Sort of, kind of, I guess sexually, they have an open relationship. They be having 3-somes, 4-somes, 5-somes, and pretty much, Rada's talking about, how she feels some type of way because, I guess when Mike's on the road, he has his free passes, but I guess she has to approve it, but I guess she's not really approving the people he's bringing, and he doesn't like the people she be bringing because he's like, oh, they got like flat butts and all that stuff, and she's like, no, mines are classy. I can't even judge because it's like, I'm not seeing these females, so I can't even really say much about that, because it's like, they're classy, but they still doing 3, 4, 5-somes with you guys. And usually when people talk about they want to do 3, 4, 5-somes, they want the freakiest, dirtiest skank bitch they can find. So me personally, I'm just like, If you're trying to find someone classy to do 3, 4, 5 somethings, why? Wouldn't you want the freakiest chick to have the best experience? But I digress. Everybody's different. But I don't know. Like I said, I can't judge because I gotta, me. I would want to see how these females look like, for me to judge, because I can't judge because I don't know what these females look like. But anywho, couples meet up for drinks. They play a drinking game. Coincidentally, Princess and Ray J win the game. Delicious and Raymond lose the game. Obviously, they've been together the least amount of time, so that's to be expected. Princess and Ray J, congratulations. I don't know. Ray J just, like, this whole episode, his energy just seemed off. Even in the family reunion, his energy just seemed off. So I'm just kind of just like, Ray J, like, at this point, you really just doing this for a check. We know you're doing this for a check. I probably would do it for a check too. But I don't know, his energy just seemed off. Like the way I can't even talk. The way his energy usually is, like in the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, is like way more hype than this. I know he's probably going through a little depression and everything because, him and Pinky are going through it. But at the same time, this is your doing, bro. Like, get it together. But they win. Delicious and Raymond lose. Moving on. Ray J feeling some type of way of seeing lingerie in Princess's purse. He's talking with Kirk, Kirk making all these type of excuses. Well, this, that. First off, does it matter? You guys are not together. As the optimistic person that I am, maybe she brought it for you. I mean, you guys are on a couples retreat trying to work things out. Maybe it's for you. Wishful thinking on my part. But then again, maybe she just wants to wear lingerie. Can people not wear lingerie when they want to just feel nice and sexy and stuff? I do. Shoot, since I got my own place, I wear stuff around the house. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she just wants to wear lingerie in her own room. Like I said, wishful thinking, but maybe it's for him too. You never know. If it bothers you so much, Rachel, why don't you just ask her? But then you're like, oh no, I can't ask her because then she's gonna feel some type of way. Ray J, like, I'm still trying to understand what's Ray J's motive here, like what's going through his head, because like I said, his energy is just off. So I'm just like, okay, like I don't know. And he's like, oh, by the way, he's all whispering and stuff, like, I can't ask her. Like he's like talking with Kirk, like, I saw lingerie in her purse. Moving on. So after, I guess they hang out, whatever, they go to dinner, or they go out to dinner, have like nice little dinner outside, like little night patio dinner, okay? So, they're talking, they go around the group talking about, because Yandy wanted them to wear colors that represented, black love. So they're all going around the room saying their color and why they're wearing that color and what it represents. I'm fast forwarding through, the boring parts that, to me, it's just nothing to really mention. But, what I did think was funny, because I did cackle when Mike was like, oh, he got a cheat on the back of his shirt, because he doesn't know how to be faithful because he's a cheater. I did cackle with that. I was just like, makes sense. I mean, the way y'all be talking, especially, from the beginning, like, because what Delicious was wearing when they first came there, her booty was popping. So, all the guys were looking at her like, zay. So I already know Mike was probably like, let me try to be faithful, but he can't be faithful. He already got free passes when he goes on the road. So, I'm like, that's a very good representation. I don't know how that represents your black love, but, I guess that just shows you a cheater. Whatever. To each their own. At least he was honest. Ray J was just like smiling. Kirk was just like, oh, at least Rashida's lucky she don't got that, She don't got a guy like Mike. Like you any better than Mike. It's just Mike is just more upfront about it. Like, I don't know what the meaning was that, Kirk. You just walked into that one yourself. Like, and who are you? Okay? Please. Kirk need to go somewhere. So we get to Ray J. His whole little spiel. I skipped all of that. I just got to the ending when he was like, "I love Princess, and I'm black." And I would have done exactly what everybody else done and just paused and just laughed. Like, Ray J just talking to just be talking at this point. I was just like, Ray J, you a damn fool. Like, you a damn fool. Like, I'm not, let's not forget what back in freaking family reunion when you was sucking on freaking dick lollipops. And Trick and me and my husband was all three of us was just looking at you like, don't eat that, Ray J. He's just looking, and he's just like I said, Ray J energy's just been off, and he just be saying the wildest things. I just feel like just for attention, but not for attention. I don't know. Ray J is just something else. So anyway, dinner's going on. So then we got AJ Johnson pulling up. They found out like pretty much she's gonna be the love coach of the season of the whole retreat. Everybody's just like, what? Like, I don't know why everybody's feeling some type of way. Like, I don't know if it's the producers that's making them like, okay, guys, act like you're just surprised and upset. Because to me, I'm just like, you're on a couples retreat. This is not a couples vacation. Like, you on a couples retreat. Like, even in the family reunion, and I'm sorry to keep going back to family reunion, but I just see so much similarities in the fact that, everybody's coming to this place for, however long. And, in the family reunion, they kind of try to resolve their issues too. But just in this, love retreat, you just have an actual, life coach. And like I said, it's the men. Anywho, she's like, oh, we're gonna start, working on it tonight. Everybody's just like feeling some type of way, and she's like, go put on your workout clothes. And then people are feeling some type of way about that, like Pinky's just like, I, wish my food could digest. Mike wants to go to bed. They just ate and whatnot, even though I really didn't feel like I seen them eating because, all these reality shows, people always like to talk around food, but I don't really see them eat the food. So then I get a little upset because I'm just like, dang, I hope you're not letting the food go to waste. Anywho, but yeah, they feeling some type of way because they got to put on workout clothes. But in my head, I'm just like, I really don't even think you guys are going to work out per se. I think she's just having, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. So, so then they go outside, whatever. Low key, another side note. I have a lot of side notes. I don't know. Maybe it's just the scary person in me, but just the way AJ was standing there giving just AJ's just strong. Okay, she's a very strong looking woman. Okay, she's a very masculine looking woman. She could beat my ass. She could beat my husband's ass probably. Okay, so when they're walking up and she's just standing there, ready for them, like, she looks scary to me, bro. Like, to be, she looks scary. I wouldn't even want to walk to her. Like, I don't even think I would even want to say hi to the chick because that's how scary she be looking. When she just be standing there just looking. I'll be walking the other way, and I can admit that. I don't care. I'm walking the other way. No, absolutely not. Whatever. So AJ be looking scary. That's what I put in my notes. So then she goes, starts with the couples of, what they want to accomplish with the, after the whole retreat. So Rashida and Kirk goes first. Rashida wants more alone time and, doesn't want it just to be about work, since they are married, they're a couple. Kirk obviously doesn't understand, and I'm just, like I said, I just don't know if it's the producers like, okay, Kirk, just act like you don't understand just for TV value. But he just doesn't understand. He said there's a lot going on. Everybody has a lot going on. I don't understand this. I understand there's a lot going on, and I understand they got way more going on than the average folks. But at the same time, there's people that has way more going on than y'all that can still take the time to be together and have one-on-one time. So for Kirk to be like, oh, he doesn't have time for that, it's not because he don't have the time for that. It's because he don't want the time. That's what I personally feel like. Because if you really wanted the time, if that was really valuable to you, you would make the time. Because you can't tell me for every minute of the day, every hour of the 24 hours you have in a day, you can't find no time to spend with your wife one-on-one. And I'm not just talking about going laying down in the bed to go sleep. I'm just talking about one-on-one time, going to date night, even to do a nice little picnic. I feel like it's only when he does something wrong that he finally takes the time to do something nice to wow his wife. And it's BS to me. I'm sorry. You cannot tell, especially during quarantine. What was you doing during quarantine? That's my real question. During the whole COVID crisis when they shut down Love and Hip Hop, what was you doing during that whole time that she still feels like it's all about work? I understand a lot of your businesses was going down from what they were saying, but I don't know. Sorry, no excuses in the book. Especially if she's having a problem with that. You need to find the time to make it for your wife. If it's important to you. Because if it's not, then, and Rasheed was like, oh, it doesn't seem like a big deal. But like AJ said, no, it's a big deal to you. So you need to express that. So, but you guys the vets though, right? You could give advice. But yet you don't have advice for yourself of the issue you have right now by not getting time with your husband. But y'all the vets. And you could give advice to other people. Make it make sense. Moving on. Ray J wants Princess to be happy. Okay. Woo, skirt. All right. So they get to Ray J and Princess. Princess says they're never on the same page. Okay, like I don't really. All right. So then AJ says, "Oh, could it be lust?" So then Princess says, "Oh no, it's not lust because we don't even have sex." First off, I don't know why Ray J was hiding behind Princess. Like, we could see you, duh. Like, I could see your whole gray sweatsuit. By the way, that maroon sweatsuit, that did look nice in the confessional. Ray J, I could see, we all could see you behind Princess. I don't know what he was hiding for, because he was going to be put on the spot right after Princess was talking. But then he gets upset once again because she brought up, oh, they're not having sex. And once again, like I said before, you already expressed that you guys haven't even slept in the same bed for over a year. So why are you upset that Princess is talking about, oh, we're not having sex? Why is that? Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But why is that an issue? Like that is being broadcasted that you're not having sex? That's what I want to know. Like I said, his energy's been off. And I said that 3 billion times already in this video. What's the issue here? What's the problem, Ray J? What's the problem? What is the problem? Because then when AJ asks him, like, what does he want? He takes this big ass pause. He looks at Princess. Princess looking other way. She's like, don't look at me. And then after his big dramatic effect pause, he's like, he just wants Princess to be happy. AJ asked Princess, do you believe him? Princess said no. So then, because they were going back and forth, and then, Princess starts crying. And, I could be looking at this and be like, dang, Princess, why you crying? But then I can't fault her because I am sensitive myself, and I used to cry a lot. But anyway, she starts crying, and I guess AJ takes Princess away for a little bit, or takes her a few feet away. Ray J gets fed up. He's walking away. You hear him under his breath talking about F this couple retreat, which is like, no, it's not F this couple retreat. This is the first episode. You ain't going nowhere because I seen what's going to happen in the season, and you still there. So there's not no F this couples retreat. And it's just like, we only got to 2 couples, and then now I got to wait for the next week to see what happens. And, this just leads me to, what's going on, Ray J? Please explain to me. Please, talk to me. Talk to me. What is going on? Because you just acted a little erratic to me, in my personal opinion. Just a little erratic. So, I don't know. That was the first episode. As far as all the couples, I'll just go down and run through real quick. Ray J and Princess, I feel like this is just gonna this is just how it's gonna be for a good minute. Just try to work things out, but you can't work things out because both of y'all egos, I feel, is too high that you guys can't even have a legit conversation. You can talk about what you want. Well, Princess does. Ray J said he wanted to work it out in the beginning of the episode, but now it's just like he just wants Princess to be happy, and it's just like, well, what do you want? You want Princess to be happy, but what do you want? So for them, I just feel like it's just gonna be until they could both be mature about it and have an actual conversation. It's just gonna be the same thing: make up, break up. But they're making up, not even being intimate or trying to be like, I don't know. Them is still a big question mark for me. Yanni Mendices, they seem all right for the most part. I know they have some issues, spending time together ever since he's been out, but I don't know. Like, you guys seem like you spending some time now. I don't know. After the whole Ray J prison, I'm just exhausted already talking about this for so long. Okay. Because it's already been like 21 minutes. Okay. So, Yanni Medicis, y'all will be fine. You have your little issues just like every couple, every marriage has it. Like, but it's not enough to break you. You guys will be fine. Kirk, Rashida, as much as y'all been through so much, because every season of Love and Hip Hop, they always be talking about they've been through so much. Same thing with this couples retreat. They've been through so much, but you guys are still together. So you guys probably gonna stay together. So even if Kirk would never hang out with Rashida ever again, one-on-one, other than for business and to sleep in the same bed together, Rashida will still be there. After all the stuff he's done for you, Rashida, you will still be there. Okay? You will be there. You guys will be all right because you want to. Moving on. Michael and Rada. I feel like it's a fling. I feel like they just came on here just to, to fill in another spot because, I feel like if anything, Rada's the more serious one. But Michael's just like, I'm just with her, because, she's good sex. I don't know. So, we'll see how long it lasts. I don't see it being a for life thing with them. Me personally, I really don't. But, we'll see what happens with them. Delicious and Raymond, they seem cute. They seem very cute. Like I said, I was surprised. Like, not in a bad way. I was just surprised. I'm like, dang, she got with one of the guys from When They See Us. I'm like, okay. All right. And from what they seem like a cute little couple. Okay. They seem very cute. So, hopefully they last. And, I'm glad that they're still rocking together after the miscarriage. Because I know some relationships, some couples, when they go through that, they don't last. Because it's just too much of a burden on both of them. So, they're still working through it. They're still new. So, I'm pretty sure the lovey-dovey phase is still there, I think. But, good luck to them. So, that's the 5 couples. That's the first episode of the first season. So, I don't know if there's going to be more seasons or if this is just to have like a season type of thing. I don't know. But, that's the first episode. And, I guess we'll see. We'll wait to see what's going to happen next episode. Because, if it's anything Love and Hip Hop, it's always going to be some type of mess and entertainment at the same time. But anyway, that's my review. And we'll see next week what happens. Bye.